afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are at in the world, and welcome to this channel, Frey as Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers for my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've given me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this video, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. Tell me a little bit about your story. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell. All of that helps this channel, and I'm very, very grateful for all of your love and support. This video is for this week of July 12th, which is tomorrow, through July 18th, which will be next Saturday, for the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I was going to incorporate the moon readings with the weekly, but I decided to do them separate because then I'd had a million cards and this video would have been a million minutes long, and I'm not going to do that. So I decided to do the moon readings separately. Excuse me, Mercury is kicking my butt. All right. So for the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what does their overall energy look like for this week? We have somebody who is in very deep thought, has a lot of anxiety. It's like somebody could be feeling that there's an impending storm looming outside their window. There is definitely like somebody could be angry or just feeling a bit depressed. This is 9 energy. They could be filled, tied, and bound and be feeling undecisive when it comes to their spiritual journey as to which direction they should go in. Somebody doesn't feel valued, or somebody doesn't value me, doesn't value, somebody doesn't value money, or doesn't value you, or signs. Yeah, somebody doesn't appreciate something. You can see there's a female standing there with the rose, and the value, door to value with the money is in reverse. So somebody does not value money. Somebody also does not appreciate maybe the money that you make, the income that you bring to the table here. And that could be why somebody is in this anxiety. Somebody is very, I'm getting a very depressed, see, she's holding her head like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I can only pinch Lincoln so far, and he screams in my ear, stop pinching me. I'm trying to make ends meet. I don't know how I'm gonna pay this bill. I don't know how I'm gonna support something. Somebody could have got a pay cut for somebody here. I do feel whoever I'm talking to, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm talking to a female. This female could have dark hair, long dark hair, female. Doesn't have to. I'm just showing you what I see on the card. Yeah, they feel tied and bound to a situation. They're very undecisive. They feel stuck. Like, they're just like, I don't know how I'm going to get myself out of this. I don't know which direction to go in, right? Somebody could be talking to their spirit team, asking them, what should I do, right? What should I do? I don't know what's here. Can you give me an answer? Can you show me a sign, right? Can you show me a sign and which direction I need to go in? For not doing that, I recommend that you do that. All right, so that's what I see for your overall energy for this week. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what the crows are warning you about. What are the crows warning you about this week? They've already been speaking to me today. Yeah, look, you got somebody who may be coming to your door, very curious as to what you got going on in there. Yeah, so curiosity. Yeah, somebody's mad. Yeah, somebody is definitely angry. That's this anxiety energy that I'm in. Somebody may be playing games with you, yanking your tail, right? Just to trigger you for some of you. All right, so let's read what the curiosity card says for the element of earth. All right. So, an op- an open door is an open invitation for this brave crow. What treasures will you find if you're brave enough to explore? Curiosity asks that you open doors, look inside, and analyze the situation. This is a time to dig in and do your research. So the crows are warning you about the situation, right? Something about an open invitation. Um, Maybe you're opening a door for someone to look into your situation. Maybe you need to do some research. Like I said, ask your spirit teams to show you a sign. Which direction should I go in? What options do I have? Right? Because look, a door, look, see the door? And it talks about open, ask you to open doors, look inside, and analyze the situation. All right. I do feel you need to make some sort of a decision here. Absolutely. And it's like you're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know, I don't know if I should open up this door. For some of you, this could be about a job because we do have money on here. Somebody may be thinking about switching jobs or looking for a new job where you get better benefits, better money. Maybe somebody's partner lost his job, lost their job, or is unable to meet somebody halfway here. I am definitely feeling something about the money issue here. Somebody's angry, like very angry. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so let's clarify the crows. Curiosity, the crows. But invitation. What treasures will you seek if you're brave enough to explore? Explore open doors. Oh, girls just want to have fun, warmth, and sunshine. So the sun is currently in Cancer. The moon will be in Cancer, so somebody will be feeling the heaviness in the home space when it comes to money, when it comes to making ends meet. With the sun in Cancer, it's illuminating something. It's illuminating, somebody's curiosity, wanting to either offer an invitation or somebody may have either accepted an invitation or have been offered an invitation here. Girls just want to have fun. Somebody could have been maybe want to go on vacation for somebody here. But the sun in Cancer is like really illuminating something in the home space because the sun is in Cancer, the moon is going to be in Cancer here in a few days. So right now the moon should be in Gemini. Gemini is about communication. Um, for some of you, maybe you feel as though you don't have the money to go. Yeah, take the risk. Love what you do. Do what you love. Somebody could also be gambling for somebody here. Playing cards, gambling, rolling a dice. Oh, somebody also could have got invited to go to a casino or something along them lines. Just to go have a little bit of fun. And somebody is like, well, I don't know. We can barely make ends meet now. What if I lose everything and don't gain anything from it for somebody here? We're going to clarify more so That's just what I feel right off the bat. There's just somebody who's just all in their head. Like, you know, we can barely make ends meet as it is, and now somebody wants to go gamble with our last little penny. And what if we gamble that last little penny and something comes up that we need money for? Now we won't have it because somebody gambled it all away. Something about that. All right. So, what is this past week ending today? How is it affecting next week? So there could be some sort of a secret here. Let me push these cards up a little bit. All right, so there definitely could be some sort of a secret. I'm looking at all the books there. See the Ten of Pentacles? That is all about money. The 26 could be significant. So this past week, again, somebody could have secretly gambled away money. Somebody could have found out about it and they're angry for somebody here. The Book of Knowledge talks about wisdom. It talks about knowledge. Just talk about secrets, though. So there's like a lot of books there. Somebody also, for somebody here, maybe considering going back to school. Maybe that's what an issue is with money. Maybe somebody learned they have to go back and, hair in my mouth, to further their education, and they're not sure how they're going to be able to do that and heal the family for somebody here. I feel like I got a hair in my mouth. All right, so what does this week look like? Give me 3 cards for July 12th through July 18th. Yeah, somebody didn't accept an invitation. Curiosity, an open invitation. All right, 28 is significant. 8-8 is significant. Yeah, somebody definitely did not take an invitation, accept an invitation to go have a little bit of fun. Yep, look, the woman in reverse. So it talks about a female here. Give me one more card for this week for the element of earth. Yeah. So we have the cross here. So we have Anubis in reverse. We got 8-8-8 coming through here. See the 8 on the card? The 8 of spades on the card. And then the 26 adds up to an 8. 8-8-8. And then we have an 18, which is an 8 on that card. So 9. 8s and 9s are coming through here for the element of earth. All right, so we're going to put this aside. We have Anubis on the bottom of the deck. Anubis is, you know, it would be the ancient Egyptian angel of death, for those of you who don't understand who Anubis is. He is the ancient Egyptian version of the angel of death. And what he does is he comes and weighs the hearts of spirits when they first pass over. For those of you who don't know what that means. All right, so let's go ahead and do some, let's do some clarification. We're going to start off with the heart cards. Give me the secret. Give me the secret. Yeah, so devotion. See, somebody could be lighting candles. Somebody could be secretly lighting candles on somebody. And then they want to come, curiosity to their door, maybe see if they're working. Sometimes the Book of Knowledge does represent a spell book. I'm telling you, I feel like I got a hair in my mouth. Not really sure what that means, but since I started this video. Alrighty, so let's put this to the side for a second. Let's pull the Book of Knowledge and Devotion. The Ten of Pentacles talks about long-term success. It definitely talks about family, talks about money. We got the 18, so 18-18 definitely adds up to a 9. 999 can be significant. Okay, give me one card for Book of Knowledge and Devotion, please, and thank you. Yeah, survival mode. So somebody is really deeply, deeply in their emotions right here this week. Anxiety. Somebody is very much in their emotions this week, especially ending today, talking about being in survival mode. Like I said, not having enough money to go around, always pinching pennies, living paycheck to paycheck, can't, gets invited to go out and have a little bit of fun and can't go because they don't have the money to go, because everything that they make goes right into the household, which would make perfect sense, right? So we do have faith, wholeness here. Yeah, that's what I see. So let's take a look at one of this deck. Yeah, big dreams. So somebody could be dreaming of something, maybe compromising with a person because they definitely know their true worth, their true value about a situation. Again, maybe they, don't know how to value money. They don't feel, you know what I mean? They don't understand the value of it in trying to make ends meet, for somebody here. All right, so let's get a tarot card for the ending of this week for Book of Knowledge, Devotion, and Survival. So this emotion's really deep, like real deep. Devotion, Book of Knowledge, the Shark, and Survival. Three of Summer. So there it is. There's that invitation. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So the Three of Summer does absolutely talk about going out in the community and celebrating, going and have a little bit of fun. So you may have somebody, the cards are warning you of somebody in your community. They want you to go out and have fun, celebrate something. What's this curiosity? Girls just want to have fun, warmth, and some sunshine. Give me a card on curiosity. The crow's warning about somebody being curious coming to your door. Girls just want to have fun, warmth, and sunshine. The Three of Spring. So the Three of Spring talks about an opportunity, right? Waiting for the opportunity here. Stop and take a look. Stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to put yourself on the back. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all the accomplishments, but you may also need to be patient for the next phase to play out. So again, sea turtle, something is very, very deep in them emotions. Somebody is very deep in their emotions this week. You can see the yellow fish, so something about your solar plexus. So this could have been somebody who has, like, they made some sort of a plan. They could have made some sort of a plan. This could have been planned for a while. Or a bunch of girls with a Three of Summer here could have made some sort of a plan here, possibly last summer or 3 months ago. Today, this is July, so 3 months back would be April, May, June, July. Yeah, back in April, in the springtime. Could have made some sort of a plan in the past. Definitely could have been 3 girls with the Three of Summer. This could have been something you planned in April to go do for somebody here. For somebody here, they may be finding out they're pregnant or something along those lines. Maybe a wedding, or, get an invitation to a wedding. And somebody that maybe is unable to accept the invitation, because the next card is the invitation, right? The invitation not being accepted. And we got the church card here, so definitely could actually be a wedding. Somebody didn't get invited or somebody didn't accept it. Because the sun is in Cancer, definitely somebody is all in their feels. Definitely. And it's being illuminated. Because we have the shark and we have a turtle here. Those are both deep water energies. I'm also seeing somebody could have did some sort of burnt some sort of candle, and maybe spoke some words to try to block somebody here, block some sort of an opportunity from coming some way. All right, let's take the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Two of Autumn. See how the cat's side eyeing something? The Two of Autumn is the Two of Pentacles. So it talks about balancing something out. Somebody is under stress because of multiple jobs or too many opportunities for one person to manage. Back to the money situation. Back to the money situation. Somebody is irresponsible with money. They don't know the value of a dollar. And that is why somebody has anxiety. And somebody is under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Yeah, because now somebody has to take responsibility and balance something out. Yeah, somebody definitely did something. They tried to win at all costs. They did something. See how these two dogs are at a tug of war, right? The tug of war between two people. Alrighty, let's move on here, Earth signs. So let's talk a little bit about this invitation. Show me more about why they didn't accept this invitation. So the Eight of Swords is on the bottom here. So the Eight of Swords talks about, especially what's in reverse, being freed mentally, right? Being freed from this anxiety, not being able to see their way out of a situation. So I feel like that's why either somebody didn't accept an invitation or did not get invited, because they're like, listen, I don't want to get, somebody may have tried to trap somebody. But somebody see through the situation, some sort of an event, some sort of an invitation here. All right, so show me more about this invitation. Yeah. Somebody feels abandoned. Somebody could be having abandonment issues. That's why they're able to see through it, because they're no longer, you know, in this energy of feeling rejected, feeling abandoned. This is somebody who would see how the woman's holding a rose. See the rose on the chair? This come out in reverse. So it's like, definitely I see somebody not accepting some sort of an invitation here, because they've healed some sort of abandonment wounds. They're in this energy, well, I would rather be alone than go somewhere and be alone, right? Be tied and bound to something. I'm not going to be tied and bound to a decision, right? I don't want to be tied and bound to this chair. I'm feeling abandoned. Somebody definitely healed some wounds here. Yeah. So somebody was unawakened to some sort of a cycle. See how you got that feminine holding a rose there? So what they were doing is they were numbing their head. That's that anxiety coming through. And they're learning to be patient because they're trusting that there is a new start after going through the dark night of the soul, releasing any abandonment issues that had them all trapped up in their head. Like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this situation, right? This is what the Eight of Swords looks like. Somebody who's all tied and bound and trapped up in their head. Unable to move forward, right? Somebody who's very undecisive because they're not sure what direction they want to go in. But I feel like at this week, moving into tomorrow, somebody's not going to feel like that anymore. Somebody's going to be happy that they didn't accept this invitation. Somebody, I feel, whoever this is, trusted their invitation. They trusted their invitation, trusted their intuition here. Because it's like they knew that somebody was just poking fun at them, right? They knew that they were poking fun at them. And they were just waiting for a situation to play out in their favor. A bunch of females waiting for a particular situation to play out in their favor. Their plan was to keep you bound to a situation. Keep you tied and bound in, I don't know what direction to go in, right? Let's pull another card here. For the look, hummingbird. Something about hummingbirds are significant. Hummingbirds. 4 hummingbirds. So it could have been 4 females. Hummingbird is significant. You may want to Google that and see what the hummingbird means. All right, so not accepting an invitation and not abandoned for the element of earth, starting for tomorrow. Yeah, depression, illness, melancholy. So that goes back to the anxiety. Somebody's definitely depressed. Somebody is making themselves sick with this anxiety, like making their sick. Look, 222. Partnerships and balance. Pay attention to new people entering your life and take time to balance your time and energy on existing ones. Spirit of communication. Look, mermaids. Free. You freed yourself from some sort of confusion because you asked for angelic guidance and your angels warned you about the situation and you heeded the warning. Now you got somebody who's curious, wanting to come to your door like a curious cat, you know, but you need to pay attention to your gut and be on the defense about it. 2s are significant. You're being asked to pay attention to this person that's coming to your door and being curious. Because they're planning something. And it could be laughing at you. Waiting for something to play out for somebody here. Somebody could have did a humiliation spell on somebody. All right, 1 card for the didn't accept the invitation, abandoned, and Spirit of Skulls. Prince of Summer. So this is the page of, I think, no, the Princess is the page. So this is the Knight of Cups. So, yeah, Prince Charming, the frog. See Cinderella's shoe? You know the story about Cinderella. She didn't get invited to the ball because a wicked stepmother wanted her to stay home, scrub the floors, while her and her 3 daughters went to the ball to try to scoop up the prince, right? The Cinderella story. But their feet didn't fit in that glass slipper because Cinderella, her fairy godmother, came in and put her in a dress sent her in her chariot to the ball. And at midnight, when the clock struck 12, she had to be in that chariot on her way home, or she would be turned into a pumpkin for the rest of her life. If you don't know the Cinderella story, you need to see it, because she didn't get invited to the ball, right? She didn't get invited to the wedding. She didn't get invited to the ball for a reason. So, deep emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such a whirlwind encounter. So, stay behind, or wait a minute. So, stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Stay balanced. Because there is somebody coming to your door with some sort of an invite, acting as though they're your Prince Charming, but in all actuality, they're the frog. There's a lot of green on here, which represents your heart space. You see the ladybug, which represents luck. Yeah, it's literally sick in their stomach here. I just feel it. Like, you can feel the bubble guts, the sickness, the sick to their stomach situation. Somebody is not feeling well. Depressed, anxiety, stressed out. They feel tied and bound. Somebody literally, again, could be finding out their mate, for somebody out there. This could look very, very enchanting too. This opportunity could look very enchanting. Look, death. Remember, Anubis, the angel of death. Peacock, it's time to release the past and move on to something new. The ending is the first step on the way to a happier future, a new beginning. Nine of Spring. So the Nine of Spring talks about that wounded warrior energy. Somebody healed their wounds and found peace. Somebody could be feeling a little ill because they're like, oh my God, I don't know if this person's going to accept my invitation. I don't know. The crows are warning you. Remember, I asked, what are the crows warning you about? Somebody coming to your door being curious. See the crow sniffing them boots, right? Curious if you're whiskey, curious if you're dating somebody. Somebody is just for the right opportunity, though. Somebody could be, like I said, inviting you on vacation. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the female card. What's this female in reverse for? So the Ace of Swords. See, the Ace of Swords talks about a lie. 111. So pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what's being spoken. Don't just listen to the words. Pay attention to your vibes. Pay attention to how you feel. Because words can just be words, right? It's the actions behind the words is what matters here, Earth signs. Somebody could spew out I love you and not have the emotion behind it, if you see what I mean. Yeah, somebody could say, oh, I love you, but you could, it's not being said is what I'm trying to say, right? You know, pay attention to the actions behind what is being said to you, because what they're saying is not the same as what they're feeling. All right, so why is this female in reverse? Look, she's holding a book. See how she's holding that book? And that's what we started out with. A book. A secret. Why is the female in reverse? Give me a card for this female in reverse. She's looking over at the cross, too. She's looking over at the cross. So either somebody's not accepting invitation or somebody's not getting invited somewhere. One of the two. All right, so what's this female in reverse for? Yep, inner child. So it could be somebody's child. This also could be talking about your own inner child, feeling abandoned. See the light? So somebody is either, like I said, somebody could be pregnant, or this could be somebody looking at their inner child wounds and be like saying, listen, I would rather be alone than be around people. I really would. Put these over here. Scoot these over. All right. So definitely something about an inner child here. Doing some shadow work. Yeah. Somebody doing shadow work. That's that inner child wound. Feeling depressed, always feeling left out, always feeling like you're never invited anywhere. You're always all alone. Your chair is always empty, you know. People come in for the good time, not the long time. You're never gonna find your Prince Charming. You know, you're the Cinderella who never gets invited to the ball. You're always home cleaning. You're always the one left behind, the pusher. Yeah, this is kind of like what I'm feeling here. So definitely somebody facing that inner child wound, doing a shadow work, which is actually illuminating a new direction. Remember, a decision. Which direction should I go in on my spiritual journey? See, the spirit temple, the temple path. Somebody is in a north node here. So somebody is pausing. They're not taking no action here. Somebody is having a premonition dream when it comes to their family. Somebody has free will. And look, something including, and somebody is finding their key, right, to union. And they're purging something, contemplating, going into somebody's dream. Somebody could be have dreaming, recognizing somebody as a spiritual soulmate. This is specific for a specific message. If you're already with somebody and you're happy, that message isn't it. All right. If you are single and you have you did the work, you did the dark night of the soul, you them shadow wounds of, you know, always feeling rejected by love, always feeling abandoned by love, never getting invited anywhere, you know, you are being very nostalgic this week about a situation and the opportunity, right? And a specific opportunity, right? So can I have a card with the woman in reverse and the inner child? Yeah, tidal wave of disturbing emotions. Yeah, there's a tidal wave of emotions. Somebody's going to be triggered. That's where the wrath comes in. Somebody's angry because somebody is being mischievous. Let me read the mischievous card. I feel like I need to explain it for some reason. For the element of earth. So, ravens and crows have a penchant for pulling tails. Dog tails, cat tails, cow tails, and even bird tails. If it has a tail, a crow will feel compelled to pull it. So you have somebody who feels compelled to yank your chain or yank your tail. It appears that some may be doing this to distract the animal, but other times it's purely just to get a rise out of the creature. Yeah, to make them angry, just to get a rise out of them. So somebody is coming your way and they're waiting for the right time to come to your door to distract you, just to get a rise out of you. Mischief indicates annoyance, nothing detrimental, just a situation that causes a bit of short-lived grief. So you are the target of somebody's delinquency or bad behavior. This card may also indicate that you need to add some innocent mischief and passion in your life. So you're the target of somebody's bad behavior. Coming to your door, being curious. You're the target. And it's because they're angry that maybe they have to give you a gift, or they're angry because you're gifted. They're angry maybe because you maybe received the gift, and they're waiting for the perfect time to come in and cause some sort of an anxiety, which this goes back to that invitation. So let's take a look about it. Like, yes, somebody could feel imprisoned all in their home, and that's what they wanted you to do. Feel abandoned, feel all imprisoned in your home, feel depressed, feel sick, right? Always feel sick, right? So something is being set up behind the scenes right here. See the mirroring, see how she's all there, seen and poised with her umbrella, dressed like she looks like a bride to me, right? So you need to trust your intuition this week. I'm telling you, earth signs, right? Because some situation between you and another person is indestructible. And somebody could have been doing necromancy with the secret there. Somebody could have been doing some sort of necromancy. That would make sense with the Anubis coming through. Somebody is getting their heart weighed, and the feather, the heart is outweighing the feather. The heart is hitting the ground. Like the feather should be the one hitting the ground, but it's not. Somebody's heart is hitting the ground. Right? Ghosts. I'm telling you, somebody was lighting candles. Inner child. Trying to disturb somebody's peace. Like I said, to yank somebody's chain just at a reaction. So the female in reverse, inner child, and tidal wave of disturbing emotions. Justice. Justice is getting served here. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and see all sides of this disagreement. Justice. So Venus is in Leo. Venus rules Taurus, and Venus rules Libra. This is Libra. See the bird on the scales? Some sort of message. Something is going to be made fair for you this week. Somebody may have some sort of a contract with another person, perhaps a soulmate individual. And you could have somebody coming in, and this is for my singles. You could have somebody coming in ahead of this this contracted soulmate, trying to act like they are your Prince Charming. Just to trigger you and get a rise out of you. And somebody is just waiting for a particular situation to play out here. I'm telling you, somebody is being very immature. And it could literally be an adult female. An adult female who's being, this is like an adult child here. Another 8 coming through. Who spread a lot of lies, a lot of rumors, you know, looking forward. This is somebody who could be very religious. For somebody here. Somebody who only sees their side of the picture, like they're unable to see the other side, right? Somebody is very angry. somebody who is not impartial, somebody who is very one-sided. Because if you look at the scales of justice, they are tipped. They're not equal. This is tipped. Somebody may feel they got a leg up on you. Be aware of where you go this week. Because somebody may be trying to set somebody up. Somebody may be trying to set somebody up to get them tied, to go to jail, handcuffed for somebody. Just please be careful, guys. Something could have backfired here too. And somebody could be feeling sick. Somebody could be definitely mentally ill. This could be what somebody is trying to do up, because saying you're mentally ill gets you 302'd. If you don't know what 302 means when it comes to being mentally ill, somebody who forces you into a mental hospital. Like involuntary, in the nut word. I call it a nut word. So be aware of that. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of that. Yeah, 2 of Autumn. 5 of Winter. They're trying to win at all costs. I'm telling you. They're at a tug of war within themselves. Somebody's side-eyeing somebody. Somebody may have to take responsibility and take accountability for something here. Take accountability for something that maybe they planned. Because I feel like what they planned in this event didn't play out. And now somebody feels tied and bound to take responsibility for something. Somebody has to take accountability. Alrighty. All right, so let's move on to the cross. Show me the cross here. Cross can represent burdens. It can represent religion. It can represent faith. It can represent spirituality. In the upright position, and we have, what's on the bottom here? It looks like, I don't know if it's the 6 of Wands or the King of Wands. So the King of Wands represents Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The King of Wands represents we attract, we don't chase. This is somebody who, somebody could have did something because they were envious of your beauty. With the sun being in Cancer and the new moon being in Cancer, this is all about the home. All about home is where the heart is. All about being at home, something about your home space. All right, show me something more about this cross energy. 888 999 is significant here. 333 could be significant. Money, materialism. Again, all about the money. So somebody could have paid something. Somebody could be being taken to court to pay something. Divine Feminine, refocus, going through that storm. Third party situation, but you're all at a turning point. Yeah, something happened in the springtime, back in April. A karmic partner. See, there's 3 people in that boat. Yep, some sort of action to paint some sort of a picture about you, right? But you healed. This is what you healed from. You healed something and brought yourself in alignment, and you're being patient. whoever I'm talking to, justice is on your side. You're going to win this case. So you may end up in court over something, like somebody trying to defame your name, defamation of character, maybe somebody stole some money from you. Now they feel tied and bound because they have to give it to you. They have to give it all back to you. Yeah, they feel a prison in their home. Absolutely. This is all, I'm telling you, something about the Cinderella story. So the cross material world, the cross and material, yeah, clarity, awareness, and truth. See the sword coming down through the skull and all the crows. This to me looks like somebody who's in a robe. They did some sort of a ritual, especially with the cross there. Look, there's the pumpkin. What did I say about the Cinderella story? Something is completed. A cycle is completed. But there's still some puzzle pieces that are missing that are very key to the picture, right? So something is unlocking that is more stable for you. Somebody is aware that somebody has evidence against them. So remember, going back to the Cinderella story, if she wasn't home by midnight, she got turned into a pumpkin, right? But she wasn't invited to the ball because the stepsisters were jealous and envious of her. So the stepsisters went and tried to woo the prince, but Cinderella did end up showing up to the ball and wooing the prince, but she had to run out of the ball because she only had a certain amount of time to be there before, if she didn't get out of that ball in time, she was turned into a pumpkin. What did she do? She left that glass slipper behind, and all the feet, the stepsister's feet, the stepmother's feet did not fit in that shoe. So somebody did something out of envious. But the thing is, Earth signs, these three women, right? These three women or four women or whoever, men, women, whatever, they wouldn't have been able to walk in your shoe anyways. Because the shoe did not fit them. It only fit your foot. And if they had to walk in your shoe, they wouldn't have been able to go through what you went through. So somebody did a lot, whoever you are, you did a lot of introspection. And you realize that this person was just an adult child throwing some sort of a tantrum because of the way you looked, right? Because they were envious of how you looked. Because why? Because you're the divine feminine. You're the divine feminine. So they look at the tail. See the tail? This is the horse's ass. So they're being made an ass. They're being made to look like some sort of an ass. And now they have to go through some sort of storm here. So you could turn a corner and bump right into this individual. This person's an air sign. Somebody could have lots of headaches, be all out, right? Because they have to give this material situation back. This is somebody who does not value money. This is somebody who feels entitled to something, right? Look, 777. Prosperity, health, and abundance. Somebody could literally be sick, be having heart issues. All right, give me a tarot card for the cross, spirit of air, clarity, awareness, and truth in the material world for the end of this week, July 18th. So the truth is good. Truth is coming out. The evidence is coming out. 10 of summer. It is time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. So family doesn't always have to have blood. Sometimes your family is more karmic than anything. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage as well as raising a family and balanced children. So, yeah, somebody may be getting married. Again, that invitation, marriage license could be significant with the justice card. Somebody could have applied for marriage license. And the truth could be coming out about this. And they only married for money. They could be under some sort of a love spell. Yeah, the truth is coming out that they only married for money. That's it. That's it. And they only chose certain people and you were left out. Boo hoo hoo. I would rather be alone than be with fake people anyways. So there is going to be a fair decision made about a situation that is going to make you very happy. Yeah, that's what I felt. Look, lovers in reverse. So somebody chose their head over their heart. We talking about Gemini here. See the flamingos, heart-shaped. Prince of Autumn. Important. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have the plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much as yeah, Prince of Autumn, which is the Knight of Pentacles. See how the seahorse got his crown on? Did you know that the seahorse is the only creature that can have babies? It's the only male creature that can have babies. So Prince of Winter, somebody's been spyline gossiping here. Somebody feels entitled to something, so they may want to come in with their hands out. Yeah, Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups talks about illusions, right? An illusion has cracked. Realizing that somebody is no longer trapped, the door is actually open. So somebody tried to trap somebody on their head. Somebody also could have tried to make somebody homeless. They could have lied and said that they didn't get married, and they did. They did it for the money, whoever it was. Now they feel tied and bound to a situation, and they're not sure what they should do about it. Because they know they're on a spiritual journey. They know that the person they married does not value a dollar. They don't value them. They don't appreciate them. And they definitely don't know the value of a dollar. Somebody is very greedy, right? Somebody may realize they made the wrong decision, took some sort of a risk. All right, let's get a final message from the animals for the element Earth. I see 6 viewers and all the 2 thumbs up. If you've been watching this whole time and you're resonating, give me some Fonzies up there, guys. This is for this week of the 18th. Shark, I'm telling you, and that was the first card out. Shark, the end of the week. Somebody could have did some sort of a ritual against your money to block you from receiving your money. So Shark, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Archangels Metatron and Jules and Snake. So you definitely had a snake in your midst. See the baby? Somebody could be pregnant. You could have 2 snakes, right? 2 snakes who did some sort of a ritual on you, because the 3 of Summer can talk about a ritual. 3 people coming together, could be talking about extended family. Live according to your divine essence, the elemental kingdom. They could have did some sort of elemental magic on you. All right, so shark for the element of earth. So give me some more Fonzies. I see you all tapping into the weekly reading. Give me some Fonzies. And if you're a hater, thanks for the hour, the view. I appreciate it. These formidable fish are fifth dimensional, originating from Nigale, the ascended aspect of Mars. So Mars rules aggression, passion. It's a red planet, so it'd be the root chakra. Is also Aries rules Mars. Aries rules the first house of identity. So somebody could be a victim of identity theft. And they could be having a lot of anxiety, a lot of stomach illness because they're about to get caught with the evidence here. You know, because of the choices that they've made. For somebody here, also, Aries rules first impressions, and also rules somebody's attitude, because they could have had a bad attitude here. That's why they're in this angry energy. That's why this somebody is a victim of somebody's bad behavior here. With the candle. All right, so within the oceans, there are spiritual leaders who demonstrate discipline, duty, honor, and focus. So this, again, a spiritual leader, right? A spiritual leader over a group of people who was devoted to blocking love, blocking money, blocking everything from you, triangulating you, keeping you all in your head, keeping you in anxiety, keeping you tied and bound to something. You know, you were the victim of their bad behavior, and they're angry about it because they're getting caught up. They're getting caught up because you have the truth. You have the documents. You have the receipts about this situation. And this person is throwing an adult temper tantrum like a freaking 2-year-old because they are all in their feels, because they know on an intuitive level what they did. They're getting caught up for. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong card. Right? Because the evidence is coming out, right? It's being revealed. What was hidden is being revealed. All right, so, and they're being disciplined for it. They protect those who need it as they carry out their sole mission of keeping life in the waters in divine right order. I'm telling you, justice is about to be served. I'm telling you, the new moon in Cancer, the sun and the new moon in Cancer, something that was unfair or unjust is being made right. Being made right. Because the truth is about to be revealed. With the cross and the spiritual leader. So this could have been a church group. It could have been a coven with the 3 of Cups here. It could have been a coven who was hiding behind religion. I feel like they're trying to destroy the evidence here. But it's not going to happen because they're sick because they're getting caught up. The truth coming to the light. And I feel for some of you, it's not just family members, it's extended family members such as cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. It's not immediate like parents, kids. It's extended family members. The hum is going around. People, the rumors are coming back around. Mm-mm-mm. They also form an integral part of the spiritual army that protects the knowledge held by dolphins. Sharks are very psychic. How about that? They have developed all their senses and use them to locate the tiniest vibration in the water. They also use their senses to fulfill their service mission, which is to scavenge and keep the oceans clean and clear. By allowing their numbers to decimate, the large sharks are drawing our attention to the importance of ecological balance. Their higher diamond-like codes have now been activated so they can connect to their home planet and other parts of the universe. Sun in Cancer, Moon in Cancer. Cancer rules home. So this card is coming to you this week. This is the master card of the peaceful spiritual warrior, right? The peaceful spiritual warrior, the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, somebody who has been knocked over many times, picked themselves up, dusted themselves off, learned the lesson, gained the inspiration that they needed from that wound, and kept moving forward. But the thing is about the wounded warrior is that we're always looking over our shoulder, waiting for the next wound, the next person to stab us in the back. And if you know anything about the wounded warrior card, there's always somebody watching your back. Always. And that's the divine. You are called on to strengthen and discipline yourself. Claim your power and act as a calm, wise influence for the highest good of all. To do this effectively, you need to develop all five senses to tune into the needs of those around you. Because you are strong, sensitive, and important, you may have to sacrifice yourself in some way for the common good. Your guidance is to examine your life and decide what brings you satisfaction. So what you may need to sacrifice is not accepting some sort of an invitation that is being brought forward to you from this curious individual, because they could be warning you that it's danger, because sharks are very dangerous. Sharks are very dangerous. They eat people. They eat things. They eat people. You hear about shark attacks happening all the time in the summer. Okay? So just to let you know, so this is a dangerous situation. You will be a victim of somebody's bad behavior if you make the choice to accept this invitation. Where'd my shark go? All right. The guidance is to examine your life and decide what brings you satisfaction. Bring more of these things into your life so that your wise leadership is founded on a feeling of personal content. All right. So, yeah. So, keep the faith, right? Keep the faith. Trust your intuition with the King of Swords here. See something from a higher perspective. 3, 6, 9 can be significant. So justice is being served perhaps for something concerning children. I know what this means for me, but I'm not going to tell you that. We're not going to go over that story again because I'm tired of repeating it. But you definitely have a grown-ass adult here throwing an immature, childish temper tantrum. Because why? Because they're getting caught up. Because they are a sneaky snake. They did elemental magic to block you. Look, the turtle coming through again. Look, the turtle on the bottom of the deck. You can't make this up. You got my crown chakra spinning. You got the turtle that the crows were warning you about. They're just waiting for the right time. You can't make this up, guys. Look how similar those cards are. Look at the sharks swimming in the background. See the sharks in the background? They're just waiting for the right time. See the sharks swimming in the background. They want to invite you out somewhere and say, oh, it was all in fun. We just wanted to have a little bit of fun. But in all actuality, it's a setup. So be aware of that, right? Be aware of that, because the true essence is that they are truly snakes. They're snakes in the grass. All right, oh, wait, one more card. Let's see what crystal they recommend for the element of earth. Gonna have 7 more thumbs up or 6 more thumbs up. Can I have a crystal for the element of earth? Brookite. Look at all the chakras. Energizing, attracting, and flowing. I am progressive. What did I say about attracting here? King of Wands, attracting. With the cross, definitely see something from a higher perspective. Think before you react is what I feel. Think before you react. Look, the prairie dog on the bottom. Prairie dog. Finding your gifts. Meditation and self-care. Spirit of prairie dog, show me the way of retreat so that I may reassess, plan wisely, and replenish my energy. Thank you. Aho. You can't make it up. You got the turtle coming through twice, shark coming through twice, prairie dog coming through twice. That's a sign. Scepter quartz would be good to protect yourself with. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. That is your weekly reading. So somebody is definitely all in their feels. They're all in their anxiety. They're all in their head. They could be feeling a little ill this week because they're not really sure what to do. And it's because somebody could have did some sort of a spell, right? A spiritual leader of 3 people. Somebody could have did something to be initiated into a coven here for somebody here, and they could have did something that was unjust. So we do have the energy of 13, which talks about endings, completions, right? Somebody could have tried to steal somebody's identity. Somebody could have stolen somebody's spiritual identity. And they could be getting caught up with it in the justice system. Like somebody caught on. This could be, this could be a judge. This could be a lawyer. This could be a cop. It could be anybody in the justice system. All right. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a great week, and I will talk to you later.